was what worked for me. And so I'm just going to share with you how I do my day. Because you don't have to do your day, but I just like to tell people how I do my day because it works, I love it, and if you love it, you'll stick with it. So I wake up in the morning, I'm a coffee addict. I have tried to pull myself off of caffeine. I used to manage Starbucks, so when I say coffee addict, I mean like you don't even, it was bad. So now I do decaf and caffeine. I mix it because I try and lower that caffeine intake. And I use keto cream with it. Yeah. I love it, because if you ever seen pictures or videos, I had already started doing the bulletproof coffee, and then in the morning, I would do the MCT oil, I would do the coconut oil. I do throw in about a half scoop of protein powder, and I feel like most women I have worked with before, they do good with a little bit of protein in the morning. So I'm going to do that, and I blend it in a bullet. And I even use a little bit of that hazelnut liquid stevia and like 2 or 3 drops of that. So now all you got to do is your Keto Os package. I add extra cinnamon. I just love it. And then I put a little bit of that stevia and about a half scoop of vanilla protein powder. I blend it up, and those fats, it creates incredible satiety, and I just feel like Dustin was like, a lot of his like CEO type people, they don't take it till 10:30 because they drink their coffee in the morning. I'm a CEO, I'm a boss. Are you a boss?
Yes!
So that's how I take it. When you said that, Dustin, I'm like, I'm a CEO and I'm a boss. That's how I take it. So I think we should all take it like that. But take your keto cream in the morning with your coffee, and then if you start getting hungry around 9:30, 10 o'clock, that's when I take my first scoop of Keto Os. That's when I'm starting to feel just like I need a little more pickup. So I work this business. I work it really hard when I wake up all the way until noon, okay? And then about that time, and my daughter, she's like her mom used to be. She's in her pajamas. She's watching cartoons. She does a little craft. So, I'm working a major business. I got my daughter set up. We're doing it from home. This is how we do it. So, and then at noon, I made a actually typical meal plan and a beginner's workout program for you. And there will be a link to it when you leave. They're going to get that out. Woo! So it's Abigail weightlifting program. Yeah. So then we do what's called carbless protein pancakes. And I put the recipe in the link you'll be able to get. And my daughter loves them. We both do them. I think Rob DeWard does them too. And then, so what I've ended up doing is I used to lift in the morning, but I just have found that I get so much more mental focus and clarity in my morning hours. And so it took a lot for me to take my workouts and put them in the later day. I never thought I could do it. But being in that fasted state and using the brain power that those fats and ketones get you, I just get so much more work and business done in the morning. And so if you're kind of thinking about a lifestyle, like this is something I've had to change, and it works really well now. And not only does it work really well for business, it's actually, I've seen major changes in my body by putting my workout in the afternoon, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I hold the carbs out, and then I get ready to go train. And when I go train, I do the Keto Os. I do a half scoop of Keto Os, and I do branched chain amino acids, BCAAs. And in that link also will be my supplement recommendations. Okay, so that's about 30 minutes before I train, and then I go lift weights. I lift weights for 45 minutes. I do cardio 2 times a week. And what that is it is 6 rounds of 15-second intervals. Wow. So I will get on a bike, and I'll kind of get warmed up, and I will push as hard as I can for 15 seconds. And then I'll go kind of lightly for 45 seconds. I think women and men do way too much cardio. And I think we need to look at fat loss with more of nutrition and trying to build muscle. And I think if you start doing too much cardio, you almost set that with your body, and then you got to do more and more and more. And I think if you walk in a gym and you look around a weight room and you look at the people lifting weights, and you look at the people on the hamster wheels every single day, if you just look at the body types, that should open your eyes to maybe what needs to be done when you go to a gym, okay? Cardio, for me, is what I do when I'm very stressed. And so it would be, you know, if I'm very stressed, it will be a walk, or it will be maybe 20 minutes on the elliptical. And if I'm really trying to lean out and get tight for something, I may put it in 3 times during the week, a 20-minute session in the morning while I'm coining this term, while I'm in my fatty fast mode. Okay, it's your fatty fast. It's keto cream and keto OS. So, and then during my training, I do intra-carbs, okay? You know, athletes all the time are like, well, I don't want to take keto OS, I don't want to do a ketogenic diet. Totally agree. Like, a lot of times we need that quick glucose, we need that quick sugar. And if you go in a CrossFit gym and you say anything like ketogenic diet, they're going to be like, no. You know, there are some CrossFit athletes who are doing that, but they know what they're doing. But most of the time, like, you need to approach this as it is a dual fuel if you're going to go talk to athletes or gyms, okay? The other thing, too, is, and this is where I kind of want to intersect a little bit of business, be very careful when you're approaching a trainer or a CrossFit gym to try and get them more of the resources and talk less. Because there's triggers you could say that they are very passionate about, and there's some egos in this world. If you tell them something maybe they should do and it goes against their paradigm, they're going to shut you out, and that's sad because they need ketones. So we just have to be very careful with our language and use more of the experts and literature that we have to go in. And I think with athletes, we want to go for more of a dual fuel. Okay, so I use carbs while I'm weightlifting. It's a cyclic dextrin, it's a BCAAs, and there's a link to it in the link. And then afterwards, I like to insulin spike, and I like to eat Pop-Tart. I like to eat Pop-Tart. Everybody who knows me knows I go to the store, I get excited in the Pop-Tart section. I'm like, which one am I going to do this week? And then I also put it with a protein shake and a piece of fruit. And so I like to spike the insulin after weight training. And then I shut it back down. About an hour later, I'll have a protein and fat meal. And if I like worked my legs or I worked a big muscle, I'll do another carb meal. Okay, so what I call that is carb, I don't call that, but it's called carb backloading. So I hold my carbs out all day long, and then when I start training, I feed myself those simple, quick burning carbs. And then at night, I'll do more of that, like jasmine rice and vegetables, meat, a little bit of fat, because I've been high fat the whole day. So, does that help?
Yes.
A little bit? Okay. All right.